Hey guys, welcome to the Scrap Hoarders collaboration series. I'm really excited with this one. I will explain the process of it as we go on, but I want to start this by saying there are 3 grand prizes. What you need to do is watch every video in the hop this week and next week and the week after, comment on all of them to be in a chance with winning one of these 3 amazing prizes. Enjoy!
Hey guys, it's LJ here. So today is part 1 of this awesome hop, which is the scrap hoarders. And I am awful. I keep everything. Literally even the tiniest bits. So this is from a baby album that I'm making, and I mean I've got some tiny little strips in here. That's not even half an inch by maybe 2 inches. Probably not going to use it, but I keep them. Partly because I don't like to throw away something that I've paid money for, and partly because I have the mentality of I will use it one day, and then I don't. So when I saw this Scrap Hoarders 3-parter come up, I thought this is absolutely perfect for me. So, I don't know how everyone else does theirs, but what I do is my paper pads, I have these plastic sleeves. I know you can buy scrapbooking ones designed for it, and these are very thin and flimsy, but they are record covers. I got them from Amazon. I'll put the link in the description for you, and they're absolutely brilliant because they hold a 12 by 12 album perfectly, and I put all my scraps in here as well when they're done. But what I have done, because I don't want to be tempted into cutting a new sheet of anything, I have collated some scraps. So I've got some foodie style ones. I've got, and this shows you how much of a scrap hoarder I am, these are the leftovers from when I do some decoupage, but it's nice backing paper. You can cut some shapes out of those, as I will prove today. I've got kind of a more grungy retro style one.
Okie dokie, I'm just going to show you a few more of the scraps that I'm going to be using while I tell you a bit more about this collaboration series. So there are 12 crafters in this collaboration. They are all absolutely fantastic. You'll find the links in my description below. And we're going to do this for 3 weeks. So this week's one is embellishments. So using our scrap pieces to make some different types of embellishments. Then next week it's going to be bookmarks and tags. And then the final week is going to be making cards from your scraps. Now, my brain goes, I can't use scraps to make a card. Actually, you can. You can use scraps in so many ways. I've really enjoyed thinking about how to use them for this set. So I've got some punches, I've got some different shapes, a tag, flowers, hearts, circles, and I'm just going through and I am just popping out some shapes of all these different scraps that I've got. This piece here is a decoupage sheet that I don't throw away because the outside colour is useful for situations such as this. So if you look in my description box, you will see the link to the next person on the hop. Please watch all 12 videos. The other people involved in this hop are absolutely incredible. They're very talented, and I can't wait to see what ideas I'm going to get from them for using up my scraps. So please watch all 12 videos. As usual, we would love it if you would comment down below and tell us your thoughts and feelings. We love conversing with you in the comments. Please give everyone a thumbs up because I know the other crafters have worked so hard on these as well. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing because these ladies are absolutely incredible. And then once you've subscribed, hit that bell button so you make sure you don't miss out on any of the upcoming videos in this exciting collaboration. I'm going to stop chatting for a minute and just point out my kitten being oh so helpful. And by that I mean demanding the attention that she should be getting in her mind.
Hey, you come to say hello? Are you just going to wave your bum at me while I'm crafting? Is that the plan, huh? Whip me in the face with your tail. Thanks, hon. Hey. Or you're going to sit on all of my cutouts. Yeah, okay. Okay. You crack me up. Stop trying to eat everything. Hey, behave. Okie dokie, so I haven't touched the fussy cutting yet. I have a huge pile of tags and rainbows, butterflies, flowers, circles, hearts of all different sizes, as you saw. You will have noticed is why there is all this cat fur in amongst these. My kitten decided to come and say hello, and she came in and I stroked her a couple of times, and that wasn't enough attention. Sorry, I've got cat hair up my nose as well. So she came in and started trying to eat my sheets. So I just wanted to show you the remnants of those decoupage sheets that I had. So I have literally just used as much as possible.
Okie dokie, so now we've got everything cut out and punched, we're going to start making a couple of embellishments. So I started with this one just because the background is purple and, you know, I'm a simple creature. So I'm just going to add some book paper to this and then look for some little bits of punched out pieces that I think would work really well. So a little bit more information about this hop. If you use hashtag SCRAPHOARDERS, you will be able to find all of our videos that will be linked. However, you can just follow the hop links that are in each description box. That is totally up to you, but there is a way to find them all together. So just to recap over the 3 grand prizes for you. There are 3 grand prizes for this hop, and they are international, and they are created by the wonderful MHKDesigns. I'm absolutely in love with the first prize. That is just a stunning set. So in order to be in with a chance of winning one of the grand prizes, you need to watch and comment on every video each week. So there's going to be 12 videos on embellishments this week, 12 videos on bookmarks and tags next week, and then 12 videos on cards the following week. So if you watch all of the videos and you comment on all of them, you will be in with a chance of winning one of these amazing grand prizes, and they are open internationally. Additionally, there are some channels that are making their own giveaway on top of this, so please make sure you check every channel's information as you go through. So I've just put these bits and pieces together on this tag, and I'm using some purple pearl drops to just add the body to that butterfly. Then I moved on to this heart piece. So I've got a die cut heart. I did die cut some tags, some hearts and some circles. And the first thing I'm going to do is just add some foam tape on the back of this fussy cut cupcake. So what I've got here is the the backing paper from some thick double-sided tape, and it's absolutely brilliant for using, as I'm doing there, to cut your foam tape in half without making your scissors ridiculously sticky. It's brilliant. So if you have any of that that's quite thick, keep it rather than throwing it away. So I decided on the back of my heart I wanted some of the book paper. Took me a long time to get around to using book paper in my craft because I am a bookaholic. I have lots and lots of books. My books are pristine. I don't like to bend the pages or the spine or anything. So using books in craft really sort of got me. So what we did was I bought a couple of books from a charity shop that were this beautiful yellowy colour. And my friend actually ripped some of the pages out for me to use. So I don't have to rip them out of the book. They're just there as bits of paper that I have, which I thought was lovely. Then I decided to add some definition to a couple of flowers that I'd made. So I stuck 2 of the flower shapes together on the large, 2 on the small, made a small sort of dent in the middle with my ball tools and stuck those together. So we've got our backing book paper on our heart, and I'm just ripping that down quite close to the edge. In the end I went closer than I wanted, so I did change my mind, but I was just ripping it down so we had this sort of nice edge. What I did unfortunately do was a couple of places I ripped too close, and so you can't actually see any of the paper, which was frustrating. But you know, you live and you learn. This is the joys of working with scraps. It doesn't really matter. So once I have got that paper on, I'm going to add our cupcake up the top, and then I wanted something to add on at the bottom. So I've got this little tag that I cut out, which has got some macaroons on it. And I'm just using some twine to tie that onto the bottom of the heart. What I realised in a little bit when I add another embellishment, another topper on top of this piece, was that actually I sort of had already had this idea in my mind without realising it. And that's the nice thing with, I find, working with scraps like this, is you'll see something and in your head you'll go, yes, I know how I'm going to use that. Or I do anyway, subconsciously. And then I kind of forget about it. And then I use it and I'm really excited that I came up with this idea. Tell me if you're the same or if it's just me. It could just be me. So I have attached this tag onto the bottom of our heart. I put a hole in both and then used some twine to attach. And I'm just adjusting it so that it's a nice distance away. And then sticking it on the back to make sure it doesn't come off. And then we are going to trim off the ends of the twine that we don't need anymore. Just adding a tiny dab of glue so that it dries with a little bit more strength. Then we're going to carry on adding to our heart. So our cupcake we've decided is going to go in the top left corner. And then I was having a search for some other bits and pieces and I found this teacup. When I found the teacup, in my brain, the little tag on the bottom, especially with the string, looks like a tea bag with the string that you hang out the cup. And I sort of had a bit of a squee to myself because I was quite excited about that. So what I've done is the cup has one layer of foam tape. The cupcake has two. And then the little pieces that I add on have no foam tape. They are flat. So we've got quite a lot of height and dimension in this one. Yeah, I did really enjoy doing this. So we've added two little macaroons on, the orange and the yellow. What I discovered was that they were the perfect size for my circle cutter to cut out. I was so excited when I found that. I found that, and I found there's the strip I had that had the green flowers on. The smaller circle cut out those flowers perfectly as well. Love it when things like that come together. So I'm going to add on our cupcake here, and then I realised that I wanted more behind it. I wanted more of a book around it, because once you've added on the macaroon, once I've added on the cupcake, you sort of lose the little edge of paper. So I'm just going to stick it on a second bit of the book paper. This one I'm going to rip to be slightly longer, just so that we get that. And despite it being completely unintentional, I actually really like the fact that you've then got a shorter layer and a longer layer of the book paper. It just adds a really nice touch. So I've kind of trimmed the pages down a little bit just so that it's easier. And then me rubbing it on my desk was me burnishing the glue in. Because the book paper was very thin and I used liquid glue, I didn't want to use a bone folder, which might have ended up ripping through it. So I rubbed it on my desk to sort of burnish the glue in. Yeah, I mean, I do lots of weird and wonderful things when I'm crafting. I'm sure you do too. So yeah, that is the last bit. I'm going to reopen the hole so that it's clear, and yeah, then we're done.
Okie dokie, so here is my little tag with our butterfly bits on, and then here is our heart card topper with our tea bag tag. And then by the magic of YouTube, I'm going to clear this up and come back and show you the rest of the things I made.
And we're back.
So just to recap where we're at, you saw me make this heart piece, which I absolutely adore. I love this one. It's just got so many layers, so many bits and pieces. I apologise if my throat is a little croaky. So we've got our backing of the paper, book paper. We've then got a die cut heart with the food on. Then a punched butterfly. I punched out these two macaroons, fussy cut the cake and the cup of tea. The cupcake is on 2 layers, the cake is on 1, so you get a bit of extra dimension. And then I added this onto the bottom because I thought it looked almost like a tea bag, which I thought was a really nice idea, having this with the cup of tea with your tea bag hanging off. So that's the first one you saw me make. You also saw me make this one, which I'm really liking. So we've got the purple spotted background,
and it is marble on the back, so you could use this as something that is removed from a project if you like. So we've got the double layer heart, the double layer flower, our wings bent butterfly with our purple, what are these? Pearl effects from Dovecraft. Oh, try and get the light off of that so you can actually see it. There we go. Pearl effects from Dovecraft. And then our fussy cut rose. I absolutely adore this paper. I used it to make project for my nan last year, and I'm absolutely gutted because I adore this paper. So I did a wedding card on that, and then that was it used up, and I couldn't find any more. I was gutted. Okie dokie, so I did those. I then also created 2 more things for my embellishments. First one was this little butterfly garden. Oh, that was a proper squeak, pardon me. So we've got our die cut circle on the back. We've then got our 3-layer butterfly here, where all the wings are separate, and another 3-layer one here. 1, 2, 3 here. And then if I fold the butterflies out of the way, you can see we've got a whole little garden of flowers in there. Lots of different sizes and shapes that I cut out. So we have that one, and then the final one that I created. Oh, please excuse my voice, I am very, very squeaky today. Is actually my favourite one, which is this. And I did not expect this to be my favourite at all. It started off with a pink outline. It's got a pink heart and a pink flower on, but I think it's got nothing to do with the colours and more to do with the layout and the composition. I just think it's so pretty. So we've got a ripped bit of book paper inside this piece, which was part of a decoupage kit, but it was another layer of the same size, so I didn't want to use it because I didn't want my decoupage to be too thick on that particular project. So that's what this backing piece is, with the green wood grain and the pink glitter edge. We've then got 3 hearts, a large and 2 smaller ones, our ripped book paper, little tape that I fussy cut, and this pink flower, and I just think that is stunning. So those are my 4 pieces. So yeah, thank you very much for spending time with me today, guys. Please follow along on the hop. Consider subscribing to everyone if you haven't already. There are lots of talented people involved in this. And please come back next week when we're looking at tags and or bookmarks. And I'm so looking forward to making a bookmark. I've got an idea. As I was punching things out, I had an idea. So yeah, make sure you come back and check that out. Thank you very much for spending time with me today, guys. Keep crafting, and I'll see you soon. Bye.